and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kurali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Toronto Pearson seeing measurable improvements following weeks of delays. Our communities have no idea what is really happening within those walls. Unions say hospital staffing shortages are impacting patient care. Charges laid in 2021 shooting at Mississauga restaurant Peel Police. Ottawa to use regulation to ban handgun imports in 2 weeks. A long-term care home ordered to find new management after failing to comply with inspection notices. Gas prices seeing unprecedented decline as rates set to fall this weekend in southern Ontario. Massage therapist charged after woman sexually assaulted in North York. Canadian blood donations down 17% since July. 100,000 more donors needed this year to meet demand. Impaired driving charges laid after video captures driver mounting curb in Richmond Hill. Charges laid in fatal Vaughan hit and run.
Those were the headlines, and let's jump right into the details.
Peel Regional Police have laid charges in connection with an alleged shooting that occurred at a restaurant in Mississauga last year. Police said the incident happened on September 18, 2021 in the area of Huron-Ontario Street and Derry Road. Officers located a Ruger Mark IV firearm in course of their investigation. Police announced Friday that they made an arrest in the case last night in the area of Erin's Milk Parkway and Burnham Thorpe Road. Investigators said 26-year-old Jack T. Brandeva of Mississauga has been charged with attempted murder, discharging a firearm with attempt, knowledge of unauthorized possession of firearm, possession of a prohibited or restricted weapon, and possession of property obtained by crime. He has been held pending a bail hearing in Brampton. Investigators did not provide any information about victims or other possible suspects. Unions representing 120,000 hospital workers are renewing their calls on the province to take immediate action to address a growing staffing crisis, which they say has been behind a number of recent emergency room and intensive care unit closures. The Ontario Nurses Association, the Canadian Union of Public Employees, and SEIU Healthcare held a joint press conference on Friday morning to outline 5 measures that they want the Ford government to immediately implement as a means of both retaining existing healthcare workers and recruiting new ones. The measures include repealing provincial legislation which caps public sector wage increases at 1%, putting in place new financial incentives to discourage retirements and investing in on-site supports, such as the Hospital for Sick Children has also confirmed that some members of its critical care response team are being temporarily assigned to support direct patient care in the pediatric intensive care unit on a case-by-case basis. The travel headaches and turbulence that have become commonplace in recent months at Canada's busiest airport appear to be turning a corner. The Greater Toronto Airports Authority, the organization that oversees operations, Toronto Pearson International Airport held a news conference on Friday to update the public on transit hub's progress. We are indeed far from the finish line, but the actions of the GTAA, the federal government, the agencies, the airlines, and many other partners working concertedly together are indeed having a positive impact, GTAA President and CEO Deborah Flint said. Flint said the airport has seen measurable operational improvements in recent weeks, following a surge in travel demand brought on by the lifting of people health restrictions amid the COVID-19 pandemic. However, Flint said she and her team are committed to delivering the best experience for Canadians and international travelers, despite being named the world's worst airport for delays by the Wall Street Journal last month. Public Safety Minister Marco Mendicino says Canada plans to temporarily ban the import of handguns into the country without the approval of Parliament, using a regulatory measure that comes into effect in 2 weeks. The change will last until a permanent freeze is passed in Parliament and comes into force. The government tabled gun control legislation in May that includes a national freeze on importation, purchase, sale and transfer of handguns in Canada, but it has not yet passed. The temporary ban will prevent businesses from importing handguns into Canada, with a few exceptions that mirror those in legislation tabled in May. As Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly says, she has the authority to ban any import and export permit in Canada. Government trade data shows Canada imported $26.4 million worth of pistols and revolvers between January and June, a 52% increase compared to the same period last year. An Ontario long-term care home has been ordered to find a third-party manager to temporarily oversee day-to-day operations after failing to comply with a slew of inspection notices over a 3-year period. According to public records, the order was issued on July 28th by the Director of Inspections with the Ministry of Long-Term Care to Carson Care located on McLaughlin Road in Lindsay, Ontario. The report found that between June 2019 and July 2022, several written notifications and compliance orders were issued during inspections, and the home had not taken the necessary actions to rectify the problems. A spokesperson with the Ministry of Long-Term Care said the order will give the home an opportunity to address the compliance orders as well as stabilize their leadership staffing and ensure staff refresh their training. Gas prices in southern Ontario are set to drop again this weekend, continuing a series of decreases at the pumps that one industry analyst says has never seen before. Dan McTeague, president of Canadians for Affordable Energy, says the current rate of decline is unprecedented. I have never seen a period of 72 hours when gas prices dropped 20 cents a litre, he told CTV News Toronto Friday morning. But on Saturday, that 4-month low is set to see a new record. According to McTeague, he expects a further 8 cents decrease to 159.9 per litre. McTeague anticipates this trend will push through the rest of the weekend. We are expecting a 2-cent decrease on Sunday, he said. Canadian Blood Services has seen a 17% drop in its blood inventory since July, and the organization currently has only 3 days' worth of O-positive and O-negative blood types. The National Blood Authority says blood collections have been steadily decreasing since July 1st, and it is falling short of its target by 3,000 units in upcoming week. As of August 5th, the National Blood Inventory had only 3 days supply of both O-positive and O-negative, 6 days of B-positive, and 5 days of A-positive, A-negative, and B-negative. The agency says if inventory for these blood types is below 8 days, then more donations are needed. However, there is a sufficient amount of the other blood types with 17 days worth of AB positive and 10 days of AB negative. Despite the seemingly large number of donors needed, the organization says the National Blood Inventory continues to meet patients' needs. A man is facing impaired driving charges after being spotted driving erratically and hitting curbs in Richmond Hill. York Regional Police posted a video to their social media account on Friday showing another driver calling officers to report that a pickup truck hit a curb. "I think he's drunk or something," the caller is heard saying. When the officer asks the driver if he has his license, the man replies by saying he has nothing but his shorts. The officer is then heard telling the man he can smell alcohol and that he is slurring his words. The driver is then taken into custody. In the video, York police thanked the person who called the incident in, saying they are one of about 3,500 people a year who called police to report impaired driving.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.